Hi guys, it's Sheila Shimmers. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're doing a Valentine's Day tutorial and I created this really pretty look. I'm really excited because I got to use the Strawberry Dream palette by Lunar Beauty and I kind of dug into like the pinks and purples in here and the shimmers and they're just so beautiful. So I'm really excited. I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I'm going to be doing a second video with just a different look for Valentine's as well. So be on the lookout for that one and yeah, without further ado, let's just go ahead and get started. I'm going to start by priming my eyes with this concealer. I'm going to be using the NYX Born to Glow in the shade True Beige. I'm going to be putting a little bit of this. I really like this concealer, honestly. I haven't used it to prime my eyes yet, but I feel like I have just a really good idea of how it's going to work just because it's so good. And then I'm just going to be patting this on. And then I'm just going to use my little sponge to kind of like pat this in and blend it all out. So we have a really nice base. I feel like this one is a little too yellowy, but we're going to go ahead and set it with a little bit of powder, so I think we'll be fine. I'm going to be taking my Haley's Beauty, and I'm just going to put a little tiny bit of powder just over this concealer to just set everything, make sure that, you know, nothing creases and my shadow doesn't crease. And also I want to bring back a little bit of the color, like bring it down. When I'm ready for our eyes, I'm going to be using the Lunar Beauty, this Strawberry Dream palette. So taking this palette, I'm going to be starting out with the shade Skyline right here. And so I'm going to be putting this right on the crease. This shade is really, really pretty and like so, I don't know, like girly. I just really, really like it. Guys, I really feel like this concealer was not the right shade for my eyes at all because I can still see the orange, but hopefully we can fix that with a little bit of shadow. But this shade is just so stunning. I'm going to just be blending this out on my crease, just putting it everywhere basically. Like that. So now moving on to Sunset right here, and this one's going to really like brighten up our look. So I'm going to take the same, actually I'm going to take another fluffy brush and I'm going to go with Sunset and I'm going to be putting this right on the crease. So I haven't really decided if I want this look to be like really matte or if I want a little bit of glitter, but I feel like the glitters on this palette are so stunning that I have to use them, you know, so I don't know, maybe I'll do like a second video with just a matte look for Valentine's because that's what I would wear. Like something really subtle, really girly, but also like not too dramatic. But I feel like today we just want to go dramatic. I'm going back to Skyline and I'm just going to be blending this out on the outer parts of the eye just to avoid any harsh lines between those two shades and just really blend everything together. I feel like that shade is so stunning. I'm going to go back into Sunset and I'm just bringing in a little bit more pigment onto this shade. By the way, every time I use this palette, I just have such a good time with it. Like, it's just an enjoyable palette. Like, the colors are so beautiful. I'm just going in circular motions and just kind of going all over the crease to just make sure that everything is nice and blended. And then one last time, I'm just bringing in a little bit more pigment, and then we're going to move on to our next shade. Okay, so this look is going to be way pinker than I thought. I'm not such like a pink lover, but next shade I'll be taking is Strawberry Moon right here. This one I'm going to be putting on the outer part of the eye. So I'm just bringing this here. Kind of blending this in. It's a little bit like purple, but it also like blends really well with the Sunset shade, which I like. It's giving me a little bit of trouble with the pigment, but I'm pretty sure this is because my lids are just so dry. I should have used another concealer. And then I'm going to be taking a little bit of Skyline and just blending this out on the outer corner. I'm not putting a lot of pressure on this part. I'm kind of just like letting the brush kind of do its thing. And then I'm just going to move on to the other parts of the eye as well. And then doing the same thing with Sunset, just right here, because I feel like there's a little line that kind of has to be blended out well. Okay, so I don't want to go too dark with this look, so that's where I'm going to leave it as on the outer part. But now I'm going to move on to my shimmer, and I'm going to go with Sweet Dreams right here as my first shimmer shade. Okay, so I'm going with a dry brush and I'm going into Sweet Dreams, and I'm just going to be placing this on the inner part of the eye. Ooh, that's a lot of fallout. That's really pretty. Okay, I'm bringing in a little bit more pigment. Okay, so now I'm going to be wetting my brush, my flat brush, and I'm going to go back into Sweet Dreams. So I just want to wet this a little, and then going back onto Sweet Dreams. And then lastly, I'm dipping into Blue Diamond right here. And then I'm just going to be dropping a little bit of this to make it a little bit more like more dreamy and magical on the inner corner. And then kind of moving it towards the middle. This one has a lot of fallout. Actually, let me keep going. I kind of like how that's looking. Yeah, I kind of really like how this looks. So I'm going to leave it there. And then I think I'm going to do a little eyeliner with some purple. So I'm going to be taking this Morphe M160 and I'm going to dip into this shade right here. I think it's called Storm Cloud. Starting on my inner corner. Just because I feel like it's missing a little bit of something. Hopefully you can see it. I love it. I'm going to go into Lightning, which is my last shade, and is this one right here. And I'm going to be putting this one on my brow bone as a little highlight. And I'm also going to be using this on the inner corner once my whole makeup is done. So I think once everything is done, I'm gonna really like this look because I feel like it's so cool. I love the hint of purple, but it's also like really pinky as well. So I think it's really cute. I love it, and I'm gonna be doing this eye right now, and then I'll be back in a second to do the rest of our face. All right, you guys, I'm gonna be priming my eyes with the Wet n Wild Cucumber Water Drop Primer, and this is it right here. So for foundation, I'm going to be mixing this too. I'm going to be using the Fenty Hydrating Longwear Foundation and then the Peach Perfect by Too Faced. These are them right here. I'm going to be using the Fenty on the shade 240 and the Too Faced on the shade Warm Beige. So the Too Faced is like really dark for me, so I like mixing it with something a little lighter. And the Fenty, I feel like by itself is still not hydrating enough. I don't know. I feel like I don't like the texture that it leaves on my skin, so I just like mixing it with something else. I'm just going to be using my beauty blender, and I'm just going to start, you know, blending this in. I feel like that sucked up all the product. I really find a Fenty to be like really heavy at times. I don't know if that's like something that anybody else feels. I don't know, I just feel like I have to put too much of it and it's like really heavy sometimes. So I think I'm going to do like a product review about the proactive products that I've been trying. So far, I feel like I've gotten like somewhat good results, but I'm just really afraid of like where this is taking me just because it's making my skin like so dry. And I just really don't know if it's working or making it worse. So I've been using it for I think a week and a half, like only that. So I think I'm going to make a little video about like my experience after like maybe like a month or 2 months. So yeah, that's definitely coming up. I just really don't know like how I like it so far, but it's definitely making my skin like so dry that I have to do something about it. I'm going to be using this Grwm Essential High Coverage Liquid Concealer just because I feel like it works well when my skin is the driest. There it is. I have this one in the shade Creme Brulee. And so I'm just going to be putting a little bit of this under my eyes. Actually, I'm going to put a little bit more than a little. I really don't like how my foundation is looking right now, and I mean, it's not the foundation's fault, it's just like, obviously I'm going through a process. So I think I should start like doing masks and stuff. I was trying to let Proactive just work by itself, but obviously this is just not going to work. I feel like this concealer is just so great for, you know, when you have like really dry skin, and it's just so hydrating and like so creamy. For powder, I'm going to be using my Hailey's Beauty powder. It's kind of hard to use this because I'm almost, like, it's almost done. So I don't have much in here, so every time I want to use it, I have to like really get the product out of there. Okay, so now that I've set my face a little bit, I'm going to go in with bronzer, and I've been loving this one. This one is by the brand Kiko Milano, and it's the Ocean Feel bronzer in the shade Natural Sienna. And I just think it's so stunning. Also, this is like massive, like compared to my face. It's so big, but I love it so much. And I was trying to find it last time I did a video just so you guys can like, you know where it is. So I was trying to link it, but this particular collection is not sold anymore, but they have other ones just like it. I feel like they're the same thing. So I'm going to link one of those down below, and definitely check them out, guys, because they're so good. And they honestly smell amazing as well. So you guys can see like how beautiful that is. It's just such like a natural bronzer. I just really like it. I feel like it goes and complements my skin like color so well. I just haven't found anything like this, honestly. Also, Kiko Milano products are so inexpensive. They're just the best. I think I'm going to do another video on Kiko Milano because that is such like an underrated brand that a lot of people don't even know it exists. And I'm pretty sure they started selling it at Ulta recently, so you guys can find those products there as well. I'm going to bring a little bit more contour to this look just because I feel like this is really warm and it's beautiful, but I'm going to bring just a little tiny bit of coolness into it. So I'm going to bring this Hourglass Ambient Lighting Bronzer in the shade Nude Bronze Light. And this is going to be like really subtle. I don't even think you guys are going to notice, but I just feel like it just gives it a little extra, you know. And this bronzer I love because it's like a mixture of like cool and warm. So it's just perfect for people like with really yellowy skin like me that don't have like a lot of pink and also don't have a lot of yellow. So it's just a really nice like in between. Now I'm going to be using these blush trio by Anastasia, and this one is the Peachy Love. I love this thing. I'm just going to be mixing the three of them just because that's what I like to do. These are just so great. You guys see that? Like, I love it. This one is the Artiste Couture Purple Dream Diamond Glow Powder. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Okay, so this one, you can't use a lot of it because it's so freaking, like, crazy. So I'm going to start really slow. So beautiful. It's such a, like, a nice, when you're wearing this and, like, the sun hits your face, it just looks so stunning. Honestly, there's nothing like this. But this is something that, like, you really appreciate when you're in person. It's really hard to just pick it up on camera, to be honest. Okay, so now we can go back under our eyes, and I'm going to be just bringing back my Strawberry Dream palette. And I think what I'm going to be using is Sunset and mixing it a little bit with Skyline and just putting it under my eyes. So we'll see where that takes us, and then we'll just go on from there. I'm going to take a little bit of Storm Cloud, which is the eyeliner shade that we use, and I'm just going to put a little bit of this on the bottom outer corner, just to kind of connect that. This look is like getting more and more beautiful as I move on. I'm going to put a little bit of mascara, and then we're going to put lashes on, and we're pretty much complete. Since we are going for something like really magical and like subtle, I'm going to be using this Ardell Naked Lashes, and I feel like it's going to make the look a little bit more like less in your face. That's just like the vibe that I'm going for. Like, you don't want to wear, like if you're going on a date or something, you don't want to wear something so dramatic. I feel like this is just a little bit more like dreamy and romantic. So these are them right there. The liner is in the shade Berry, and the liquid matte lipstick is in the shade Nearly Nude. Sheila. I'm going to go over it a couple of times just so we don't have that harsh, like, liner color. Alright, you guys, so this look is pretty much complete. I'm super happy with how it came out. I feel like I love the pinks and the purples in here. I love the lipstick as well. I feel like it turned out really, really well. I'm so in love with this palette. Every time I use it, I'm just like, ah. I love it. I also really like the lashes. I feel like they're so subtle and little, but also like they're there. You can definitely see it, but they kind of look like maybe they're your lashes. Maybe not. So I really like that. I feel like I should have put a little bit of eyeliner or eye pencil. Let's do that right now. I'm going to be using this one from Anastasia just because I feel like, I don't know. Anyways, let me know if you guys enjoyed this video. I really hope you liked it. Like I said, I'm going to be uploading just a second video for Valentine's with a little bit more of subtle look, like something a little less intense. And I hope you guys enjoyed that video. Maybe be like a matte look. I don't know. I'm not sure. But let me know below if you like this video. As always, please don't forget to subscribe below. And I'll see you guys on my next one. Bye!